Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. You want to find a position that is both sturdy and comfortable. If you're not sturdy during the practice, you'll give your mind a sense of getting up, ready to do something else, moving on to the next thing. But if you have a sense of stability, it kind of tells your body and your mind that you are here to stay, that this moment isn't a stepping stone for the next. It's only this moment, and you're here to stay. So finding a stable position is important, but also something comfortable. Because let's say you're sitting on your foot or your back's in a curved way, kind of like mine is right now, actually, then over time, especially in these 20-minute meditations, they'll start to hurt and be distraction, which is unnecessary. Sitting in a chair works. You can even lie down. I would suggest, of course, a formal meditation posture. Just find what works for you. And you can either keep your eyes closed or open during this practice. It doesn't really matter. If you're more comfortable closing your eyes, please close your eyes. If you'd like to keep them open, keep your eyes open. But if your eyes are open, just leave the screen alone and drop your gaze down below you. And if you prefer to close your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes. If your eyes are open, we're just looking at the floor with a light gaze. We're not staring or analyzing at anything, and we're also not zoned out and blurry. We have a gentle gaze directed softly and clearly downwards. You're in a comfortable and sturdy position, and your eyes are either closed or open, gaze directed softly and clearly downwards. Take a deep breath in through your nose and release it through your mouth. And just settle your attention right here. And notice if you feel like you're about to do something, like there's a task of meditation at hand. And see if you can just let go of that notion. We're just here. It's not something to do. It's already apparent. In fact, it could be said, this moment doesn't require effort because we're already here. So meditation is more of a ceasing of action. So just leave it alone. Leave alone your attempt to do something. Just notice what's already here. Sounds, smells, body sensations, even thoughts, all arising without effort. There's nowhere to go, no one to become, nothing to do, no special experience. You are here. But the truth is that our minds don't really know how to be here. They don't know how to do nothing. And it's okay. But if we operate from thinking, from our sense of me and I, then meditation becomes quote unquote difficult. So, a way to kind of nudge this problem away is to bring our attention to the breath. And just take the next 30 seconds or so to see if you can just notice the breath without being distracted by this next thought. Now, have I caught you thinking? This is okay. We're going to return to the breath here. We're not going to push our thoughts away or try to ignore them. We're just going to allow them to come and go. Just see if you can stay with the breath. Nothing special. And remember, it's not so much of a doing. It's more so becoming aware of what we already notice. So when you notice that you're lost in some thought, some plan, some memory, unhook from it and return to breathing, rising and falling. Return. Return to the breath. Not with force, just gently return, rising and falling. Back to this moment. Back to the breath. Let your thoughts come and go as they please. Remain with breathing. And if you find this to be difficult, stop trying. Relax. Simply return to the breath. Wake up. Wake up from thinking. Return to the breath. What sees breathing? What returns to the breath? What are thoughts referring to? Rising and falling. Relax. There's only this. What sits here? What are you? Breathing. All right, you can look at the screen. One of the first, I think it was a retreat, one of the first times I was with my teacher, we just had our silent lunch where we all sit in a circle and eat in silence. And it was my task at the end to sweep the kitchen area. Everyone had their own tasks. Some people were washing dishes, some people were putting up the bowls, scraping food into the compost, whatever. And of course, my teacher is also doing some of these things. And I remember I pick up the broom and just start, because I work at a restaurant. And so at restaurants, we just sweep it up, get it all done. And I'm in that mode because I've been doing it for years. So I just start sweeping, getting it done, getting it done. And kind of like wanting to get the task done. And all I hear behind me is, slow down, Nathan. His crazy deep voice. Slow down. And I'm like, oh. And when he said that, I noticed that everyone else, I looked at the people doing the dishes and they're not rushing the bowl, they're not like getting it done, like trying to pour it out and then wiping to get to the next one. They're like this. Completely here and now. One bowl at a time. One scrap of food at a time. Wiping it down. And I'm over there like, shh, 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 shh. In life, especially in the West, we're told to rush. We're told to move. Told to get it done now so we can get more room to get other things done. Now, there's actually nothing wrong with this. But if we don't know that we're rushing, and we live in a culture that is always constantly rushing, a really wonderful remedy to kind of counteract this rushing mind is to go slowly. Because when we go slowly during things, we notice things. If you've ever, instead of walked really briskly on a walk, you walk slowly. You start to notice the way leaves cast beautiful shadows on the floor or on the concrete, and little flowers that grow out through the concrete cracks, little birds in the distance, nearby and far. And when I'm sweeping, I notice every sound, the brushes hitting the floor, and the beautiful motion that happens with the body, and the unison of this movement that I don't even know where it comes from. It's just, the point is, when we go slowly, this moment becomes more clear. And of course, the more you practice this practice learning to leave thinking alone, everything doesn't have this end to it. It's not all about getting to the end and finishing tasks. It's about right here. Like if you're waiting right now for me to end talking, then you're waiting for the end. You see, you could feel this need to rush. But if you're just listening, it doesn't matter what I'm saying. Everything is fine right here. And this is true for everything in our life. So as part of our practice, it's important to go slowly with everything we do in life. Now, not overly slow. Don't drive 20 miles per hour on the highway. Don't be crazy. But just recognize this moment. Going slowly helps noticing this moment. And then when you learn to go slowly and you know that your mind is calm, then you can start to go quickly, because then it doesn't stir up the mind. But it comes with practice, so practice. I always say it, and I will say it till I die. Whatever you do, just practice. Thank you for your time today, and as always and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.